Hi. I'm getting ready to do a reading to get our energy for the week. Something that I'm going to start doing for the new year. So I'm just trying to... Hey, Nikki! Where have you been? If this is Nikki that is normally part of the Grown Gang, we've been trying to figure out where you've been. Or are you not the same Nikki? If you're not her, I'm sorry. You could just be a different Nikki. Okay. All right. Hi, Nikki. It is nice to meet you. My name is Janie. Okay. I'll be posting this on my YouTube channel, which is therealist_216. So you can watch it there too. All right. Thanks for popping in. All right, so those of you that are coming into the room, I'm getting ready to do a weekly energy reading. This is something that I do. Oh, hey, Nikki from class. It's one of my students. Hey, girl, go to work. And I will be talking to you, I think, on Tuesday. I think I have you on Tuesday. So anyway, if you want to see the reading, you're going to have to pop over to YouTube afterwards. But I can tell you all about that when I see you in class. All right. So, weekly reading. I am starting to do this because I'm actually showing a different side of Janie to the world. And I know I've been doing the Better You in 2022 challenge, and I didn't want to force this on anybody because, you know, it's not everybody's thing. But part of my journey and part of the way that I learn and I grow is through channeling and through connecting with spirit. I am a very spiritual being, and I enjoy learning and getting messages from my guides and ancestors. It helps me to stay on track. It helps me to get on my path. It helped me to get on my path, and it helped me to understand who I am as a person and what I love to do, so that things that I do aren't like work to me. They're actually fun. So I enjoy this, and that's why I'm doing it. So if you enjoy the message, if you enjoy the direction that I'm going, keep tuning in, keep following me, and keep sharing for those that you know might be interested. It's really about connecting with people who are connected to my energy and in this space. So we're going to get ready to get started, because what I would normally do when I'm going through my journey is I usually do at least a weekly energy reading to kind of see how my week is going to pan out. And then depending on how I've been feeling, I will decide whether or not I'm going to do if I need to do another reading. So I have shuffled these cards. I wasn't ready for that because I didn't ask Spirit any questions yet, so it's not time, and I need to get some things ready. I did pre-shuffle, so that is done. I just need to get, get a little incense going here. You guys can't see this, it's off camera. All right, here we go. So, all right, we're just gonna see what our energy is for the week, guys. Let's see how this week is gonna look for us. I know for me, it's exciting because we start class on tomorrow. So, Spirit guides, you just give us some direction on what this week is going to look like. I'm gonna start with 3 cards, and we'll see if we need to take it further. Can I get 2 more Spirit guides? All right. You like when the Ace of Swords pops out. reverse. Sorry. All right. Ooh. All right. So it looks like most of us have been in rest and relaxation mode. This is the Four of Swords, which is about rest and relaxation. And we're getting ready to get something started. The swords usually represent your intellect and things of that nature. So it's like, if you're resting and relaxing, then it's like, okay, we're coming out of that and it's time for us to get sparked, get going again, because this represents new, which is like, you know, usually the ace, which it's meaning new, and it represents newness. So those two cards together tell me that, yeah, we are coming out of our vacation moment. Some of us, but most of us, because it's the new year. And then we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. So the Page of Wands is usually a messenger. So it's usually messages. So it looks like that there may be some messages coming in. And that might be why I needed to go ahead and do this reading live, because normally I would just do it for myself. I wouldn't normally share. But since I got the Better You in 2022 challenge going on, I need to also let people in on this side of how I've grown. And so I'm just kind of opening myself up to the world. And I'm okay with that. I used to not share because I used to worry about what people thought. And that's a real thing, because some people can be really critical of you. And that is what I'm coming out of. I'm just going to go ahead and do 3 more so we can go ahead and get the whole story. Let me get 3 more. 3 more. Maybe not. Maybe not right now. All right, they don't want to fly. All right, so let's see what we got. We've got the Page of Swords. We've got the 7 of Cups. And we've got the 9 of Swords in reverse. So what this is telling me is that in this week, we are, now that we're getting back going and we've got this new thing coming in, this new piece of information coming in, or if you're in a learning mode, you're getting ready to start getting your, because one of my students was on here. Hey, Chocolate. One of my students was on here, and for us, we're getting ready to start the new semester. So that's what this is representing. So the Page of Swords is what the next card that I've gotten. And what that tells me is that there's some information coming in. So when you have pages, those are messengers. So that tells me that there's some information coming in, and you have the 7 of Cups, which if you look at this card, it has a whole lot of different options on it. So what that's telling me is that some of us, there's some information coming in or some options coming in. They could be offers, they could be anything. It depends on where you're at in your world right now. But with the us working on the Better You in 2022, this is telling me that it's not necessarily in the realm of love, but it may be for some of you. Hey, Melissa. It may be for some of you, but I'm not seeing that yet because this is the only set of cups. So I'm thinking of more along the lines of that some information is coming in. Be looking out for different offers and things to come in for you. Hey, oh, that's Melissa. Melissa, meet Melissa. And then you got the 9 of Swords in reverse. Usually this card means that you're worried about a lot of things. You got a lot going on. But it seems like the collective, because this is a general reading, guys. So if this doesn't fit for you, then it's not for you. But if something in this message resonates for you, then that's what this is all about. Then this message is for you. Okay. So only take what resonates. So with the the Nine of Swords being in reverse, it's telling me that, you've let go of a lot of things that were troubling your mind over this break that you may have been in. Maybe it was over the holiday break. So we've let go of worry over that break. And we're expecting some things to come in. We're expecting some offers or some information to come in. Okay? Let's see. We get 3 more, and then we will go and clarify some of this stuff with a few oracle cards. Oh. Okay, that one went flying. Ooh, this is good. All right. So let me get this card. It was in the reverse when it was on the floor. Ooh, all right. So the whole picture is kind of coming together. What this is saying is we're starting to let go of things that we've been holding on tight to. So if you've been a person that has been like tight with, it's starting to rain. I hope you can't hear that too loud. But if you've been a person that's kind of held on to things, like for instance, you guys don't know this side of me, but I'm in a place where I'm allowing people and opening up and allowing people to see a different side to me, which is readings. I do readings. And we're also letting go of the 5 of Swords. This normally on the right side up, it would mean like you're in self-sabotage mode. So you're doing things to like mess yourself up on your journey. But this makes sense for my better you in 2022 people, because the goal of the challenge is to be a better you. So if you're coming out of a place where you're not self-sabotaging yourself anymore, that means that things are starting to look up. So right now we're in a good space, especially for this week, because this is about the energy for this week. So what's looking ahead for us this week, sorry, I have one more card, and it's the 6 of Pentacles, which is all about reciprocation. So it's like you're receiving just as much as you're giving. It's about reciprocation. And, when you start to understand how the universe works, it's all about reciprocation. And that's how life should go. Give and take, not just give, and not just take. It should be reciprocal. So it looks like over this break, over this relaxation and rest period, we had a moment where we decided that we want to look for relationships and options that are reciprocal, because we want a new beginning. A lot of us have New Year's resolutions. That's where this is at. You're still sticking to your resolution. You're not overthinking things. You are waiting on messages to come in and offers to come in. You're being more open and receptive, and you're not doing the things that will make you self-sabotage, or you're not telling yourself things that are going to make you say, no, that's not a good idea, when it really is a good idea, because you're stepping out of fear, maybe. You're not being fearful. You're not walking in fear. You're walking in faith. And you're looking for options that are reciprocal. You're looking for connections that are reciprocal. You're looking for business deals that are reciprocal. Like if you're getting into partnerships, you're looking for partnerships that are reciprocal. So that's the main energy for us for this week, which is really good. It's really positive. It doesn't look like it's going to be a real hectic week. It looks like it's going to be pretty smooth. I don't see any negative energy, actually, which is great. That's good. Maybe we're meditating. We're doing the things that we're supposed to do to be better us's. Let me do, wait, Spirit's like, nope, clarify. Sorry, guys. All right, let's clarify. Okay. When they come out, they come out. Okay. All right, so this Ace of Wands, usually the Ace of Wands is when you're jumping into something, like it's like a spark, right? With it being in the reverse and the Tower card, which is one of the major arcana cards, this is like usually a big change. Tower cards represent change. Change isn't always bad. In this card, it looks pretty horrifying, but with all the other energy that's grounding this reading, it doesn't look like it's going to be a bad change. It just looks like you're in the process of change. And so that would make sense that this this Page of Wands is in the reverse, because you're coming out of a Tower moment, which is a change in your life, some sort of change in your life. And what that is saying, that you're getting yourself geared up to roll with the punches of that change, because you know that you want to move forward. It just hasn't happened yet. And I think that's why it's in the reverse for you. But you should know that, okay, so you got the 13 in reverse, which is normally the Death card, okay? The Death card can be an end to something, but it also could be a rebirth of something. With it being in the reverse and it coming over the Four of Swords, it's making me think that you're coming out of a cycle. This is a rebirth of you. You're coming out of a cycle and you got the rest that you needed. You've recharged, you're re-geared up, and you're ready to keep moving forward. You have the Four of Wands in the reverse as well. So with that, coupled with the Ace of Swords, clarifying the Ace of Swords, to me it feels like you're just, you know that this new beginning is starting. You're still kind of trying to find your way out of it. And that's funny, I put the Tower back in reverse, but it's not, it's in the upright. So you're coming out of it, and you're in a place where you're like, okay, you're gearing yourself up. That's what you're doing. You're like, all right, you're talking to yourself. You're like, all right, we can do this. I got this. I can do this. I can keep this change. So if you said, okay, I'm going to stick to this detox, I'm going to stick to this diet, you're doing it. You're going. You're gearing, you're pumping yourself up for this new beginning that you know that you want in your life. The next card you have is the 10 of Wands. This is normally like a heavy burden, right? Like you take on the weight of the world. But with this being like a bucket of flowers, it's like a bucket of flowers. The normal card would be a guy who's carrying a whole bunch of wands, and he normally looks like he's struggling. Hey, camper! Normally that's what it looks like. But as you see, this is a very, very different version of that card. So this is making me feel like, especially with the Page of Swords, with it being matched up with the Page of Swords and it being right next to the options, it's making me look like we are, and remember, wands are about movement. So it's like we're coming into newness, because there's all these little fresh little leaves and flowers budding from these wands that are in this bucket. And so that means, to me, it's like newness. So it's like saying this Page of Swords is saying there's newness coming in. And that's good, because we already talked about that there are offers coming to us. There are offers that are coming our way, and we're understanding that we don't have to worry, because this is in reverse. We're not worrying about it. We're just kind of going with the flow. This week is looking good, guys. I love our energy. And I say our because this is just as much my reading as it is your reading. The reason why you're watching this, it may be because you know me, but it also is about resonating with you. So usually when you watch something, usually there is some kind of message somewhere in it for you. Okay. All right, so we got the Ace of Swords in reverse. So remember, we had the Ace of Swords in the upright, right? That was saying the newness is coming in, so on and so forth. This over the Seven of Cups is telling me that you know to reject. You're going to know which offers, which things are not good for you. You're going to know which moments are not good for you. That's basically what it's saying. You're going to understand that I don't think so. Like when you feel it, if you go like, you're gonna know. You're gonna go with your gut. That's what this card is saying. That when these offers come in, you need to go with your gut. So this is what I love about tarot and the directions that I get from my ancestors and my angels, because you can't make it up. Like they're telling you there are offers coming in, but at the same time, it's telling you use your intuition, use your gut, do what is best for you, because you're on this journey to wellness. So make sure that before you just jump on something, you take the time to make sure it's good for you, because that's what's important. You are important. Wow. Ace of Pentacles. This is new beginnings, guys. And you see like all this green, that's all prosperity. So this could mean new business. This could mean new anything material that you have been working towards. New offers. Offers is big on this board right now. So there's some offers coming in, and it's important that we don't just jump on a thing. It's important that we take the thing, pause, make sure it's good for us, make sure it's going to be for your well-being, and then if it's not, you let that offer go. Because if you look at the Seven of Cups, there is more than one offer coming in. So don't worry yourself about that. Do what is best for you. Do what is innate. Do what your gut tells you to do. That's part of the intuition, is about really trusting your gut. Like for me to get on here and do this, it was a push. It took me a long time to get to this place where I'm like, do I want to share with the world what I do? And it came to a head where it was like, if you're not going to share to the world this is like how God talks to me. If you're not going to share with the world the gift that I've given you, I'm going to give it to somebody else, because the message still needs to come forward. So you have a choice. Do you want to be the person to give the message and receive the reward? Because you know, me and God are in this reciprocal Six of Pentacles energy. I give to him, which is me giving you the message. He gives back to me in offers, and the beauty of knowing the things that I need to ground myself and be aware of, and know how to move and know how to be patient. So that's why I had to go with my gut, because there was an offer on the table that I had to turn down, because I knew that on the inside, it wasn't going to make me happy in the long run. Was I qualified? I believe I'm more than qualified. But it was something that I had to do what was best for my health, and go with my heart. I really want to go into an area of my life where I'm going to be happy, you know, because I made choices that are best for me. All right. So, okay, so a lot came out. So we're going to take these, and then we're going to see. So the Seven and the Two of Cups flipped over. To me, because they didn't fall, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe there is some kind of love coming on the table, you know? But again, Seven of Cups. We already got Seven of Cups. It's clarification. It's saying offers are coming in. But this time, with this card being red, this could be love. I don't know. I don't really, you know, if love pops up, then I take it. And with it pairing with the Two of Cups, this is love. So some of you who are looking for love or looking to better a relationship, it's going to happen. But again, we need to be mindful of things that are coming in, because there are some swords coming in. Remember, your swords are all about your intellect, which is like, use your head, use your brain. Okay? Yeah. You know, oh, maybe there's some love coming in. I could use a little love. Yeah, that's what came out. We'll see. You know, everything is in divine timing. So I don't want people to think that, you know, because this could be timeless. You know, I'm going to post this on my YouTube page, so somebody will see this later if they resonate with it and they click on it. So who knows? All right, so let's get back to it. Yeah, it might be some love on the table. I could use some love. No, I really could. I want a relationship at some point. So I'm not going to put it out there that I don't. I do. I just want it with the right person who is going to grow with me and not slow me down. Yeah. It's good to have love in your life. We were not put on this earth to be alone. So, yeah, if you've been eyeing somebody, because it was the 7 and the, oh, they're right here. It was the 7 and the 2. So that means options. And the reason I'm going back to this, it's talking to me, so I want you to understand. It means there's options in love, okay? So there might be some love options coming in. It doesn't mean that the first person that you meet after you see this is the one. It means that, to me, it's telling me that you do have a soulmate out there and they're looking for you, and there's a possibility that you guys can connect in this timeline, in your timeline, in this realm. So if that's something that you're looking for, I know me and O are. It's coming. It's on the way. All right. Okay. So, all right. So remember, this is on the bottom. So this is us opening up. The 9 of Swords in this deck is saying the same thing in this deck. It's saying that usually the 9 of Swords is a card that I'm going to make sure that I don't confuse it with my 9 of Wands, because your 9 of Wands is different from your 9 of Swords. So give me a second. I want to make sure I'm telling you right, because it's important. I keep notes, guys. I keep notes. Hold on. Where is it? Evidently, I didn't put my notes in a good order. Pentacles. Swords. 9. Oh, mental state. Sorry. Okay. All right. So with this 9 of Swords and this 4 of Pentacles being in reverse and this 9 of Swords being on top, in the reverse, in the upright, you're releasing some of those things that you were in your head about. You're starting to release that. You're opening up to the ability to really think about the thoughts and understand that you control your thoughts. This particular 9 of Swords in this deck is saying that you are learning that. You are learning that you are in control of your thoughts and your intellect. Remember, swords represent the intellect. And with it coming out with the, hey boss, with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse, to me that's saying that you are opening up to others and yourself, being open to just understanding that I do control my thoughts and I can make better decisions. So that's what these 2 cards are telling me. Boss, you missed it. We was talking about there's a possibility of love coming in. And that's not even what this reading is about. This reading is all about our walk and what this week is kind of going to look like. So the love card's turned over, but I don't know that it's happening this week. I don't know. Somebody might meet somebody this week. I don't know. It's a possibility. We'll see. So with you got the 5 of Swords in reverse. Remember, we're letting go of self-sabotage, right? And then the Knight of Wands is a wand. You see how he's like charge. You know what I mean? He's like, I'm ready. I am ready to get on my journey, to be on my path, to do the things that I said I'm going to do, and I'm not holding back. I'm moving forward. I've got the energy. I got the momentum. I'm sticking to it. I'm staying with it. I'm moving. So I'm excited about how we looking so far. And the last of the 2 cards that I have on here, and then I'll go to the Oracle deck, is the 7 of Swords over top of the 6 of Pentacles. The 6 of Pentacles, remember, is about reciprocation and reciprocating relationships, reciprocating energies. So with the Seven of Swords coming over. I want to look at this in this deck because this is a different deck. It's not a traditional, what's called the Rider-Waite. This isn't that kind of deck. It's kind of a deck that has different meanings, and it's a new deck, but it's a deck that I chose to go with for 2022. So, deception, strategy, diplomacy, and confessing the truth. So, this is good. So, if you've got reciprocating relationships and reciprocating energy with people, this is saying that you're not going to allow somebody to walk over you. You're not going to allow relationships into your life now because you've learned that lesson, and you know that the way that you go is to be in reciprocating energies, not one-sided energies. You are starting to use your intuition and your gut feeling and taking the time to get the details before you bounce into, I'm just going to give, because you know that anything that's going to work is going to be reciprocating. It's going to be you give a little, I give a little, you give a little, I give a little. So in this week, that is what we need. We need to make sure we are aware of that. Anything that we get into, anything that we think, because remember, we may have some offers coming in this week. Anything that we get into, anything we do, we need to make sure that it's reciprocal. That's important because we know that if it's not reciprocal, then it's not healthy for us. Both sides of the coin need to be balanced. Okay. All right. So we're getting ready to close it out. So I like to close out readings with oracle cards because they are basically messages from your spirit guides. And let's see what mine have to say. My guides are funny, y'all. I know it sounds funny, but yeah, your ancestors, my ancestors are a trip. Success. This week is about success. Success in sticking to what we said we want to do for ourselves, which if you join the Better You in 2022 challenge, then you said that you wanted to join the challenge because you wanted to be better. And this is telling you that you have success coming in your way. Okay. Just so for those that are, well, let me read what the card actually says. And it's number 34, which breaks down to 7, which is a very powerful spiritual number. 34. Oracle cards usually come with a book that tells you the meaning of the card so that you get the full understanding. So this is Secret Spring. And it says, you stand behind the thicket of ferns at the edge of a secret spring. Gazing across the still water, you see a boat silently gliding toward you, a glowing light hanging loosely from its bow. The fairy of the spring floats above the boat. Her wings are radiant and shimmering. She knows that you are there and smiles at you. It is said that anyone who sees the secret spring fairy on a starry night will be blessed with success beyond measure. All things are possible. The more you honor and celebrate the success that you already have, the more success pours into your life. And the more you feel it, the more love, prosperity, fame, and fortune you will have. Act as if and feel as if you are wildly successful and even more successful with development. Accept that you are already thriving. You are, and the more victorious. Victories will emerge. We had the 7 of Cups twice, y'all. Options. Victories will emerge. If a situation seems to knock you down, get up and take a moment to explore what you learned, and then keep going. In Celtic tradition, secret springs were magical. Water was the source of life, and in their legends, mystical beings would emerge out of the spring and later return through them. Fairy queens and mythic heroes were said to have emerged from the springs, and these sacred well-beings were a place to commune with the divine. Good fortune blessed those who honored the spirit of the secret spring. The spirit of the secret spring says success is flowing into your life. Vitality and a glowing youthful renewal of your body are occurring. Now is the time to take action in support of your dreams. There is no need to struggle. The universe has your back. So that matches up with a lot of what was said. We said we were reciprocating. This was the death card. So that means, again, we are ending a cycle to start a new cycle. I just knocked over a book. And we took the time to rest. So it makes sense that these two cards would come out together. So change is a happening. Change is a happening. Good change is a happening. Looks like a pretty decent, calm week to come. Unless somebody meets somebody. I don't know. Somebody gonna meet somebody. Somebody, when they see this message in that week, they'll meet somebody and it could be a really good option. I'm open. I know y'all open. Anyway, so I'm going to close this out and say thank you for tuning in. If you didn't get to see the whole message, I am posting it on my YouTube channel. I would encourage you guys to go like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. Help me grow the channel. Because again, my main purpose for doing all this and sharing this side of me to the world is so that I can help other people grow, help other people get on their path, help other people get to where they're trying to go and live their life to the fullest. So, I really, really enjoyed you, and thank you for tuning in. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to close this out. Or y'all just want to chat? My grown gang is on the line, and it's not my grown gang, Tone's grown gang. We're all just a part of this collective, and we hang out. Read yours. No, I'm not doing a personal reading. That is not how this works. But I will start doing personal readings. I'll let you know. All right, I'm going to close this out, and I'll come back right on so that we can have a sidebar conversation, because I don't want to have to... I don't want people to have to sit through this when they watch this video over. Did it resonate, fellas? I am going to do this more often. So usually when I come live under my Realist channel, it's going to be possibly be a reading. I just didn't want to make people, yay, it resonated. All right. I just didn't want to make people watch this, to be in the Better You 2022 challenge. I wanted it to be a totally optional thing. If they get with it, they get with it. That they don't, they don't. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now that I know that people are enjoying it, I'll definitely do more readings. And I'll just be posting those direct on Sister. You missed it. I just did our weekly reading. So she's known the whole time that she's the one who actually put me on this path, and she don't even realize it. Well, she does realize it. She knows. But yes. Guys, let me close this out so I can repost this. I'm going to come right back on so we can chit chat, okay? All right, I'm coming right back on. You knew it was something about me. That's so sweet. All right, I'm coming right back on. Let me close it out and come back.